Hi everyone, just want to do a quick video covering the latest anti-Semitic smear. It seems like I'm saying that 3 times a week at the moment, but that's probably because there's 3 latest anti-Semitic smears against Jeremy Corbyn per week. This time they've gone back and they've dug up a speech from 2013 where he says the word Zionists in the correct context. Nothing bad about him saying the word Zionists at all. But it's drew a complaint, an official complaint against him, and been front page news. It's honestly pathetic. What they're trying to do now, what these people are trying to do, they're trying to put Zionists in as a race of people. They're trying to say it's a race of people like blacks or Asian people. They're protected. You can't have a go at them. I shit you not, that's what they are trying to do. He's the Home Secretary doing exactly that. If Corbyn had said Asians or blacks instead of Zionists, he'd be gone by now. The fact he's still there tells us all we need to know about what the Labour Party has become, he said on Twitter. Sajid Javid, trying to equate Zionists as Asians and blacks, trying to say that they are a religion, therefore protected. Obviously, it's been more ridiculous than that in the past, is the then Prime Minister, as this article in The Guardian says. Just outright accused Jeremy Corbyn of being a terrorist sympathiser, which led to people mouthing the words terrorist sympathiser behind him when Corbyn won his seat in the 2017 election or 2015 election, I think it was. So you would think then that if they're having a go at Jeremy Corbyn for being around these people, then they would have a go at other people who are mixing with people that, are not in good standing. For instance, Jeremy Corbyn was a week or 2 ago, the papers were saying, oh my God, he stood next to this bloke, and this one bloke that he stood next to in this picture went on, and he might have been a terrorist 4 or 5 years later and did something we don't know, but Jeremy Corbyn stood next to him. It's like, come on. Now you're accusing him of, a crime that he wouldn't know about unless he had the powers of Minority Report. It's pathetic. What's even more pathetic is the people that Jeremy Hunt, our Foreign Secretary, have been mixing recently, because chief among them is Henry Kissinger. What an honour to meet Dr. Henry Kissinger just now, the world's most experienced diplomat. Tutoring the world's newest, he said on Twitter. Look at that face. Don't you just want to punch it as hard as possible as many times as you physically can? We can dream. So there he is with Henry Kissinger. What an honour to meet him, the world's most experienced diplomat. Depends on what you mean by experienced, Jeremy. Do you mean experienced in that, experience, for instance, overseeing the coup in Chile in 1973, which led to the deaths of many hundreds of people, I think, at the time, and then, he installed Pinochet, which then went on to kill millions. Do you mean that sort of experience, Jeremy? How about the experience that Kissinger had in Vietnam and Laos and Cambodia? How about that experience? Do you mean that experience? When he obviously oversaw the bombing of hundreds of thousands of civilians. Illegal bombing in Cambodia, by the way. Illegal. Congress didn't approve that. I didn't even know about it at the time. Kissinger oversaw it, though. Do you mean that experience? Or the experience that, led him to being one of the chief people that allowed Agent Orange to be dropped on the heads of these civilians in Vietnam, causing horrific deaths, hundreds of thousands of horrific deaths, and birth defects to this very day from the effects of Agent Orange. Do you mean that experience, Jeremy Hunt? It's estimated as a direct result of Henry Kissinger's policies, well over 1 million innocent people have lost their lives over the years. Well over. Most people say it's over 4. But hey, he's experienced. What about the experience that Kissinger had pre-approving the Indonesian invasion of East Timor with Duarte, or Suarte, or whatever his name was? Do you mean that experience? 200,000 East Timorians died directly as a result of that. Kissinger approved it, pre-approved it with Nixon. This is a war criminal that he's sitting there meeting and laughing and joking with openly. That's a war criminal, a verified war criminal, who's, as a result of his horrific foreign policies, Into the millions of innocent people have now been killed over the years. Into the millions. But Jeremy Corbyn says Zionist 5 years ago. Uproar. Jeremy Hunt meets verified war criminal. I've checked. Not a single article from Sun, Mail, any of them. None of them talking about this. Not a single one. The only one I've seen is from the Canary, where they actually tear into him. I haven't read it, but I know they tear into him because I could see the title. But that's it. That just shows you the hypocrisy of the media in this country. It just shows the hypocrisy. They don't care, really, who their elected officials meet. They don't care what horrific people they meet. They don't care whether they meet war criminals or terrorists or anything like that, as long as they haven't got socialist values. Because if they've got socialist values, then they're meeting the wrong type of terrorists and the wrong type of war criminal. The media in this country, honestly, they should be goddamn ashamed of themselves. But at the end of the day, that's why channels like mine are becoming more popular. But to be quite honest, I would rather it not happen that way. I would rather the media do their job in this country. But since they're not doing their job, people like me, fortunately, are there to do it for them. If you like this video and you want to hear more, please click subscribe and click the bell down there as well so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Otherwise, YouTube will hide it from you, any future videos. They have admitted that they do that. We are facing an absolute onslaught, a barrage from both the corporate media and corporations who are trying to silence our voices. They're trying to stop us from bringing you the truth and cutting through the partisan BS that you get in the mainstream media. They don't like it. We're their competition. So if you can support channels like mine, please do so. Please share the videos wherever you can. Talk to your friends and family and spread the word about what we're doing. If you can support us on Patreon, please do so as well. The link is down there. You can support me for as little as $1 a month, and every bit helps. We cannot do this without your support. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.